Georgia state election leaders estimated that early votes and absentee ballots would make up about 70% of the overall vote. Atlanta Now News reporter Valencia Jones reveals what drove Georgians to advanced voting.
This is my first time voting, so I'm 19.
Noah Shafferts, a first-time voter, was among the more than 4 million Georgians election officials said cast their ballots during early voting.
I've just been told that you don't want to go out during normal voting because then you're going to be waiting there for hours.
Inflation, immigration, abortion, and other hot topics also pushed concerned voters to the polls early. For Frederick Spruill, it was about getting homeless people off the street.
If I'm going to complain or whatever, how about just be the solution?
Monday, Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger said 92 Georgia counties had exceeded a 50% voter turnout by the end of early voting, an unprecedented number in Georgia history.
The big change compared to 2020 was the Republican increased acceptance of early voting and encouraging their supporters to get out and vote early.
Emory University Associate Professor of Political Science Zachary Peskowitz said Georgia was more of a top-tier battleground state in 2024 than it was in 2020, driving more early voting despite, or as some would argue, because of state election law changes. He also said advocates and campaigns went into overdrive to get out the vote.
Harris really needed to increase her support amongst black voters. So Georgia, of the 7 battleground states, has the highest share of black voters in the electorate. Trump really needed to turn out his supporters and make sure those lower propensity voters who might not habitually vote in every election made it out to the polls.
Both campaigns had high hopes those final numbers would lead to a big win. And in the weeks before this historic election, early voters reflected on the fate of the country.
What's most important is America survives as a free country, that we all have the opportunity to do something with our lives.
Valencia Jones, Atlanta Now News.